Hello and welcome to the power of healing your energy. This show is all about your light, your energy, your healing. And did you know depression and anxiety are a side effect of not living your life intuitively, not trusting your gut, and the lost connections with self, others, and a life of meaning? And welcome, everyone. Hi. It is Wednesday. It is November 27th. This is episode number 21. And it's me, myself, and I, and the collective. And I was drawn actually to talk about animals today. Um, just, I've been seeing a lot of things lately. Mainly, just talking about, people and their pets. I've been working with a lot of pets lately. I do a lot of pet sitting, Reiki for pets and animals as well. And I've just noticed and there's just been a lot of stuff going on with people and their pets and the connection. Specifically, I can think of a few cats. Has been a few dogs as well, but I was actually pet sitting Harry, and this is the second time I've taken care of their home while they could travel. And actually, in the past, I mean, they've had him for 7 years. They have never been able to travel or leave him for longer than a day because he requires medication. And they were so happy that they could find someone that their cat, because really our pets become our children, right? Even if you don't have children, they're fur babies, however, whatever you want to call them, right? Let me know if you have any pets out there, even if it's on the replay. Let me know what kind of pets you have. Do you have cats? Do you have dogs? Do you have birds? Do you have snakes? Hamsters. There's so many pets now. It's they seem to be, they rule our world. They're the center of our world. They are unconditional love, and pets are our greatest teachers. And let me know, guys, this show is interactive. Where is everyone from? Is this your first time? If you're on the replay, still say hello or ask any questions that you have that are animal related. Any questions maybe about your cat or your dog? Are they acting out? Do you notice that maybe they're having some issues with mobility, with eating, anything like that? Because animals, if you're feeling off, your pets are going to feel that emotionally, physically, spiritually, and mentally. And actually, I will take it a step further and tell you that your pets will actually take on whatever is manifesting in you. And they will actually have the symptoms before anything of yours shows up. And, they're calling that heart coherence. I've been doing a lot of reading lately. I'm always reading. What am I saying? My book, the book that I'm doing now is all about heart coherence by Dr. Greg Braden. And, it seems that science and spirituality are getting very close to merging and becoming one, because they are one. Hello. We are all consciousness. We are all cosmic. We are all stardust. We are all healers as well. And we have the capacity to heal ourselves and to heal others. But the book talks about how scientists have touted for centuries that the brain is, the biggest, it runs the body, but actually it's the heart. They talk about heart transplants and how, the heart goes into someone else. They start having cravings for food or songs or clothing, color, whatever it is, because that heart, it's a heart memory. The heart knows. That's why they say, lead with your heart. The heart always knows what's going on. So I just want to talk about how animals teach us unconditional love. Um, I mean, you hear it all the time. You've had a hard day, you come home, and who's waiting there for you? Whether it's the cat, the dog, your bird, your pet, and they're happy to see you no matter what, right? Right? And even if it's the cat pretends that they don't care and they don't see you, and maybe they're aloof and not impressed that you haven't been there to serve their every need. That's how cats are. They are the original Reiki masters as well. So they own their energy. That's why cats are the way they are. They just don't give two Fs. That's the simple fact of cat for sure. And now dogs, on the other hand, they are loyal. They're trusting. They just love you no matter what. No matter, even if you say yell at them or get mad at them or scare them, or they'll love you no matter what. And that's the biggest part. I think that's why I've always been drawn to animals, even as a child. I dreamt that I wanted to have a zoo, and I'm sure we've all done that. Anybody else? Like, hey, I wanted to be a vet, or I wanted to be a zookeeper, or, I just wanted to help all the animals. Let me know if maybe as a child that was something you wanted to do, and you're still doing it. Just it comes out in different ways, or maybe that's something you're working towards doing as well. And animals communicate with us. That's the other thing. Whether we're paying attention or listening, right, is the other thing. Like, I'm not a dog trainer by any means, or a pet trainer, but when I'm working with them, clearing any blocks or energy on a pet with Reiki, I am talking to them. I'm always, I'm having a silent conversation with them, letting them know who I am, why I'm there. And then just asking them, do I have your permission as well? It just doesn't work for humans, but it works with pets as well. And some, have had trauma. They're very skittish. They've been abandoned. Maybe, gosh, they were starving. Whatever it happens to be, they're just not willing. And it takes that time. Like, I can think of a dog a couple days ago. His owner is no longer with us, and it took him about 5 months to figure this out. Okay, he's not coming back. So now he's just starting to act out. And when I got there, all he did was bark and bark and bark and bark, because he knew why I was there. He was telling me, I don't want you here. I got this. I'm the boss of this house, because there were two dogs and he was a dominant, you could tell right away. So I just, I like myself, I play cool. Just get, just figure it out a little bit. And I actually brought some little fetch balls with me. Thank goodness for that. My, intuition told me that was probably a good idea to bring treats always, because then they'll know that, you're associated with food. Food. Oh yes, food is a good thing. I love food. I love treats. Now, however, I don't give them the treats. They just know that I have the treats, right? So right away, we're building trust. We're building a connection. Then I decided, okay, he's super high energy, this dog. So we're going to go, throw the ball outside. Man, that dog could run. He was a pug terrier mix, and he was full of energy. Being 11 years old, tons of energy. Anyways, ran him a little bit, and still, come in, he's still a little bit nervous, and he said, okay, you can give me a little. And while we're doing the fetch, I'm giving him a Reiki at the same time. So I mean, he did say yes at one point, and then coming in, I brought out essential oils. I was showing his owner, peppermint, smell this. Oh, wow, that smells amazing. And then he was watching, and I'm like, huh, interesting. I said, Tito, I said, come here. And, let him try a little bit of the peppermint oil. And he immediately he relaxed. And then a little bit of lavender as well. He loved it. He loved it. So, you know what? The owner, she was just amazed. She was like, wow, I've never thought of doing that. And you know what? Unfortunately, our ego thinks, oh, no, that won't work. Or no, we need to go. Of course, she's seen the vet. Everything is fine. In that regards, I do make them fill out an intake form, making sure that, I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose anything. I'm just here to assist and help. All right. Anybody has questions about their pets, if they're having any issues? And, Tito, yes, we'll see him again, probably in a couple of weeks. But, I felt good. He felt, I could feel a bit of the anxiety had lifted because he was quite anxious knowing that his owner was not coming back. We had that conversation. I mean, telepathically, and then I with pets as well, we visualize, meaning I visualize what I'm going to do with them. I let them know that I'm here. It's all love, all light, no harm. We're friends. And you definitely have to center your energy, because if you're anxious or you're fearful or anything like that, animals will smell that right away. Right away. Okay. So yeah, and animals are our greatest teachers, like I've said before. And yeah, and if there's anything after the replay, please let me know if you have any questions. And I'm just filling this out. Hold on a second. Something deleted off of here. I don't know why, but it does happen. And I'm also looking for guests. So if you know of anyone, anybody that has a specialty, a healer, light worker, works with animals, works with mental health, works with wellness, anything like that, send me, and you've been following them, send me, their information, and let's get them on my show. Let's, make this more interactive, because each week I do have a guest. This week, no guest. But next week I have a guest. 3 weeks in December I have a guest, and then I'm going to take a week off just to, enjoy the holidays. I mean, gosh, we have got just over a month, and 2020 will be here. And I do talk about 2020 a lot as well. And it's not about New Year's resolutions. We're going to be talking about, how do you want to go into 2020? Are you going to be going in owning who you are, owning your energy, coming from a place of love and light and awe, meaning, oh, I want to find out about this, I want to find out about that. So, and I also want to talk about a warning for attachment, anxiety, and depression with your pets as well. So now I'm going to go back to Harry the cat. When I knew he had medication, but to find out it was for anxiety, and the anxiety causes him to have bowel issues. So we're not just working on one thing, we're working on multiple things. And when I got there, you could tell there's like a heavy, being an empath and the work that I do, I feel energy. And walking into the home, I could feel that there was a heaviness. Seemed to be a lot of anger in the home as well. Didn't meet, I only met one half of the couple, not the other half, but Harry was telling me that he is very territorial. He's anxious because, like I said, there seems to be a lot of discontent between the couple, some fights. I feel, and I haven't asked this, but this is what I felt. This was her cat, not his. So there's a resentment, and Harry the cat knows this, which is really sad. I mean, he's a cat. He's just there to, love you, on his time, of course, on the cat's time. And now he has this anxiety, and you could tell, like, I dropped something and he bolted, like he thought, somebody was coming to get him. I could feel it, and it's almost like you have to walk on eggshells, and it just amazes me. I know that there are therapy animals and there's animals for your depression and anxiety. Just make sure, I mean, obviously this pet is trained for that, but if you're putting all of your stuff on your pet, if you're using them as a crutch, if you are taking your anger out on your pet, your frustrations, your worries, and it's constant, you're setting your pet up for, to be on the same medications that you're on, or the same issues that you're having. And a lot of times, like I said, the pet will manifest whatever's going on with you months before it shows up in you. So really, really be cautious, and really own your energy. Take care of yourself. You're set an example, I guess, for yourself. Like, self-care is not selfish. And anyone who says it is, send me a message and we'll have a conversation, because somewhere along the way you were told that taking care of yourself is not worth it. You're not worth it. It's a big worth piece. And a lot of times we will try and rescue others, and that includes animals, but we don't want to do the work on ourselves. That's why you see stories in the media of the lady that had 50 cats. Why? There's a lot of stuff going on there, and I hate to say this, she used the cats to fill those spots that were going on here. So, hi, Lynn. Thanks for joining. Yes, we're just talking about pets, and I was just asking folks that are here if they had any questions about animals, dogs, maybe animal communication, anything that I guess is top of mind in regards to having a pet or working with pets, or wanting to make this a career of yours. Because I do love what I do, and I've been told by a few other ladies that I work with that that they can see that animal piece as well with me. It's always something I've been drawn to, and you know what they say, people would rather hang out with their dog than they would with people. Oh boy. So taking it a step further, that pets take on our stuff. Are you clear? Meaning, are you every day, are you doing something for yourself? And I'm going to be on a guest on a show on Sunday morning at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time. And I mean, if you're looking for the links for that, I'll be sharing it on my all my social media as well. So, but I had said that, I have rules with spirit, because I'm a medium and I don't want them in my bedroom and stuff like that. And then I said as well, like, what my self-care routine looks like. And it involves a dream journal, a gratitude journal, yoga, or some type of exercise, reading, grounding, meditation, and that's every day, and sometimes more than once a day. I'll do that at night as well, because you've got to, start your day with that intention and then end your day so you can have a good sleep. And she said, boy, that's a lot of rules there. And I said, okay. For someone that hasn't had anxiety or depression, it is a must, for me at least, because it is a slippery slope back to the hell that I was in before. So for me, it's part of who I am. It's important. So how about we, yes, how about we judge less and love more? How about that? Okay, yes. Lynn's just saying I already should know what her thoughts are about the pet communication. Um, well, I guess just Lynn, since you're the only one here live at the moment. I mean, I'm sure we'll get some folks on the replay, but I guess do you have any struggles right now? What's your current struggle? Anything to do with the dogs that you care for, or maybe for yourself, or any type of connections, like as you're trying to build your business, anything like that? Because hey, we're all here to help each other, and yeah, throw it out there. Okay. And she's Lynn saying plenty of struggles. Okay. It might seem like that. I also felt that way a little bit Monday, Tuesday. Also to work with, the new moon as well, right? Before that, we were still living in all of that energy. There was there's always a ton of energy, whether it's a new moon or a full moon, a week leading up to it and the week out. So especially a couple days before. But now it's intention, it's go time. It just seems like there's a whole cluster of got to do everything all at the same time. At least that's how I felt. I don't know about anybody else. Okay, she's feeling tons of anxiety lately. Just focus on getting through my sales. Okay. Anxious in like not being able to do everything, or having too many things at the same time. Hold on here. She's continuing here. Then it's game on, jumping into all the courses I have purchased the last few years. Okay. One course at a time. Obviously, I can't see you taking them all at the same time. So that would be madness. So, I mean, that sounds exciting. All those courses. Yeah, and this Christmas season, I totally hear you. My sister with her candles, everybody wants like everything yesterday and ASAP, and you got to get that stuff out. So I understand. And then with the markets as well that's going on. So I hear you. I've been in the trenches before. It's a very busy time of year. And I also feel that people are being more mindful about what they're purchasing, gifts that are, either recycled or from the heart or handmade, which is perfect for Lynn and what she does. All right. So yeah, and just looking for anybody that's, has any questions, if they have any issues with their pets. I know a lot of people will be like, well, I don't know what's going on with my dog or my cat. And I just take it back to what's going on with you. First, what has changed? Are you feeling a lot of stress right now, or anxiety? Have there been any major losses? Has somebody new come into the house? Has somebody left? I mean, there's a million questions, right? And once you start going through the list, it's like, okay, oh wow, you know what? I just met a new friend, and he's not a fan of dog or a cat. And you don't and you don't think that the animals can sense that. I know for myself, my partner, he's never had an animal like a pet before. And I'm like, what? No, that's unheard of. Growing up, we always had tons of pets, cats and dogs and fish and gerbils and you name it, we had it. And he seemed, quite hesitant around my cat. Well, she loved him because she knew that he was afraid or he wasn't sure about her, right? So guess who spent she would sleep with him, she'd be on his lap. It was hilarious. So animals know who needs the most love, right? All right. So Lynn is just saying she's having too many things on her shoulders, trying to communicate with my dogs, but it's just I don't quite know how to explain it. I just know what they're up to. Yes, well, you have that connection. And for now, it's just a knowing. Okay. So I don't know if you caught maybe 10 minutes ago, I was talking about visualizing. And you can visualize what you want them to do or what you're going to do when it comes to working with your dog. If you're going to train them, or if you'd like to communicate with them, or if you'd like them to do a task. And I highly recommend the meditation piece, because when you're meditating, you can actually visualize, as how you would like to speak and communicate with your pet or your whoever you're working with. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's right. You did lose your kitty. And noticing the change in the dynamics. Yeah, it is. I know someone locally that he has two dogs and he lives on an acreage, and this cat just came out of nowhere, and the dogs were like, heck no, we don't want this cat around. And they barked and they scared it away, and the cat kept coming back every day, and he would feed the cat. He didn't know whose cat it was. He was looking. Well, eventually this cat took over the doghouse, took over, their sleeping quarters. The cat and the dogs just let it happen. And it was hilarious. He was just amazed how animals, at first they're kind of like people, like we don't want this change. We don't want this. No, fight. And eventually they're like, okay, I guess it's not so bad. And then what just happened? It took over everything. And the cat's just like, yeah, suckers. I mean, that's how cats are, right? They don't care. But he actually found out that it was the neighbor's cat across the way, and he does this all the time. He'll just, I don't want to live here anymore. I'm going to go over here and get pampered and spoiled. And he actually found that out. So yeah, so yeah, give it a try. It's worth it. Or you can even write out a visualization, meaning, step by step what you'd like to do, and then try and picture it in your mind. And then when you're with the dog or the dogs, you can just sit with them and let them know. So and she's just saying a 2-timer. 2-timer. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. All right. As well, I have a mentorship. Well, it starts up next Friday with Tara Lynn. I'm actually gifting mentorship one person a month. That's my way of giving back, because really we're all light workers. We're all gifted. We're all healers. And I want everyone to find out what their gifts are. So that's how I that's my charity, I guess. I of course do other things, but the mentorship piece I feel is huge, because I was gifted that 2 years ago. So I'm wanting to pay it forward, and spirit and collective, that's what we decided. So stay tuned. If you'd like to be part of the mentorship, be put on the waiting list for January, and then for 2020, the rest of the year, just comment mentorship, and I will get you on the list. And all it entails is 1 hour a week for 4 weeks. I mean, who doesn't have an hour? And it's going to be fun and interactive. So, all right. As well, I will have a Black Friday. I got caught up into this. Everybody's doing Black Friday. And I'm like, I want to do the non-Black Friday, whatever that is. But yes, I'll have a special for that. And then I'm also working on some Christmas gift certificates as well for family and maybe even for yourself or for someone you love as well. But yeah, so I have weekly energy updates that I do every Sunday. Those come out. You can catch them on all social media. And again, I do the Power of Healing Your Energy show every Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I will have Mara. I believe she's from France, and she deals with numerology. So stay tuned for that one because I love numbers as well. So, all right, guys, please let me know if you have any other questions. Leave them below, even if it's on the replay. And I want to wish you guys love, light, and blessings. And please remember, healing begins where the ego ends. Take care.